Happy Friday. Good morning, folks. You are watching this. We are actually at the Masters Fitness Collective with 4 of our athletes getting ready to crush it. This will be day 1 of competition. So if you're watching this, when you're done, jump over to the Masters Fitness Collective YouTube page and watch Drew, Amanda, Amy, and Tommy Z throw down against people in their age group. Some of the best in the country are there. So excited to be there and be part of this. With that as a lead-in, we're going to talk about athletes and whether or not you should call yourself one. I will start with myself. I am not an athlete. I'm a coach. Do I do athletic things? Yes, but I am not an athlete. Let me clarify that a little more. An athlete, someone that calls himself an athlete, it's a very high level thing to say, in my mind and in my opinion. It can be argued, but the person that shows up to the gym 3, 4, even 5 days a week and maybe does a local comp every now and then, jumps in a scaled intermediate, even an RX comp, still wouldn't call that person an athlete. In my mind, an athlete is someone who dedicates and focuses their daily life on competing in a sport that they choose. If you go to the gym for an hour, 3 to 5 times a week, and then compete every now and then, awesome. Would probably consider you a hobbyist. Competing in, say, CrossFit or functional fitness is a hobby of yours. Your life and your choices do not revolve around competitive fitness goals. Does that make sense? I know it might be harsh to say because you have walked into a CrossFit gym or a fitness gym and said, everybody's an athlete. Put athlete on your shirt. Okay, you might do athletic things, but to be considered an athlete is to focus your lifestyle, mindset, and choices around your athletic and competitive goals. I work with some athletes. Their nutrition, their sleep, their educational habits, their social choices all revolve around their competitive fitness goals. Those are real hard choices to make. To make that, differentiation between being an athlete and a hobbyist is a really big jump. So to break it down into simpler terms, let's talk about corporate America or professional. You have an executive that has put in 20 plus years of dedication, growing from entry level and learning every step along the way and putting the time in and the effort and making sacrifices as far as family and vacation and sleep goes to climb that ladder to become a CEO, CFO, or high-level executive in their company. Someone walks in on the job 2-3 years, works 9 to 5, shows up, doesn't do any extra work on the weekends. They're not at the same level as that executive is, right? So they can't call themselves a CEO or CFO or any sort of executive title that you might come up with. They are a manager or an employee or an associate. Nothing wrong with that. We all start there. To get to the next level, you have to make a choice and set your lifestyle around that choice and that goal. That's the difference between a hobbyist and an athlete. So next time you use the word athlete, make sure you're using it correctly. Alright? Throwing football in the backyard doesn't make you a professional football player. Right? Going to the gym a couple days a week doesn't make you an athlete. It's hard to hear. I know. I get it. It was hard for me to understand too, because I considered myself an athlete at one point, and then I realized I wasn't making the choices, and I didn't have my priorities set to qualify myself as an athlete. I found that coaching was more important to me. My family was more important to me. My business was more important. Like, athlete wasn't even in the top 5. So, I'm not an athlete. Are you?